This bit is garbage everywhere on the outside of this building. Look at that. But honestly, you guys are like car salesmen. You cannot go off commenters on YouTube, dude. All right. Looks like we got some clean outs over here. I'm trying to find the water main. I don't know where it's at in this building. The other thing I'm worried about, Paul, is if they transitioned everything to PEX in these garages, it's got to be copper in the building, but in the garages, it's probably PEX. I don't see anything. We got spigots all over the place, though. It's gonna be a nightmare, dude. Bro, about to get new boots tomorrow.
Are you?
They're shipping them out, so it's been like 6 months.
I need new ones.
Definitely need some new boots. We both need new boots.
You don't think they put everything in a copper?
So bro, this is right on the back side of this. Look what we got right here on the back side of that panel. We need to keep this in mind when we do the upgrade.
Yeah.
All those home runs, they probably go up, but we're gonna be putting some big old lags into this wall, so we'll see where that goes. We're about 2.5 feet. Yeah, it's right there, bro. Literally right there. We have got to make sure we don't put any screws through this. I want to open this up right here, the stucco, and let's see what type of connection we can make.
Okay.
You got the roto hammer?
You want the roto?
I would.
Shift it out.
I would get the roto and just make a nice big hole so we can see what's... Yeah, so we can see what's going on there. I'm gonna walk around a little more. Got water.
Oh.
Turn that off. Need that dripping into the trench. All right, so there's gas on that side right there. Wonder if the water comes in somewhere around here too. Yeah, it's definitely the gas meter. Dude, they got spigots everywhere on the outside of this building. That's gas right there. What's behind this? Yeah, gas and gas. Trench right there. He's finishing it up for us. Let me call Peter. Maybe he knows where the water main is. It's nice down here. Peter, hey, quick question. Do you happen to know where the water main, the first point of entry into the building is? On the street side? Okay, sounds good. Thank you, sir. Let's go check it out, see if we can see it. What does it look like, Paul? Just a simple little, yeah. Why don't you open up more of it? I want to see like the pipe goes up, how big it is, everything. He's saying that the main is all the way around the front of the building. So I need to go check it out.
How far?
Huh?
Like how big?
So I want it down.
Like, so right here?
Keep going. We got to get the wire in there and bend it in.
Like right here?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, go down like that. Yep. And as wide as it is right now, you can go a little wider so you can clear the, yeah, just like that. That's good.
On this side?
Yep. Just like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check the front. Oh, there it is. It's right there. It's all the way up and over. Comes through right here into the building. We're gonna have to figure this out. Paul, so I just got an email from the other EV charger project in LA. Remember the 2 chargers that we added at the end?
Yeah.
Do you remember if we upsized the wire for the voltage drop on the last 2? Remember we pulled those ones in?
Yeah, because we also used the 1.25 inch.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna double check with I'm gonna call Angel real quick and see if that's the case.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
Man, nobody's answering this morning. Let me check my emails. Maybe I show it in there. So what they're wanting is they want us to upsize. They actually just want the last charger upsized because it goes over like 300 feet to a 60 amp charger out there. But I'm almost positive that when we pulled the wire in that I already upsized it for that. So I don't want to have to charge them extra to pull all that wire out. It's literally like 320 feet of number ones, I believe. And they will be really happy if I tell them that we already accounted for the voltage drop. So that'll be good. Let me see if I can find that email. Number 10, number 2. Shoot. I don't think that we did. So that one's not gonna work. The main is all the way around the front. But I'm wondering if they already have a cold water bond that goes all the way over. What's that? Is that it right there?
Yeah.
You think that's it?
I think that's it.
Here, scoot forward.
It's right here, isn't it?
So dumb, dude. Look, dude, right here. You cannot go off commenters on YouTube, dude. Look, the 5 foot from entrance change was back in about 1990, 1993, maybe 1996 at the latest. It only applies to connection to a water pipe grounding electrode. That's not what, we're not using the cold water system as a grounding electrode.
No,
that's what our ground rods are.
Yeah.
All we're doing is bonding the cold water system. We're not using it as a grounding electrode.
Yeah.
If you have interior metal water piping system, but with no qualifying grounding electrode as the supply, you can bond that interior piping anywhere that you want per NEC wording. Some localities still may have a place they desire to see it bonded, often at the water heater, maybe still near the entry of the water piping. So I'm gonna go get the code. I wanna look at the actual code reference. Dude, it's all the way over there. It's all the way around the corner and all the way to the front of the building.
We'd have to cut the stairs.
We'd have to go under the stairs, all the way, dig a trench. Like, no. I'm gonna double check this code. I'll probably call Derek too, just to double check. Let's grab the code book real quick. Let's see. It's not in the backpack. Oh, if you guys want a backpack like this, let me know. I'm working with Tempo to try and see if they want to pump out some more of these backpacks. They're just like Klein, but super heavy duty. They're super nice, man. And they made me a special little Landers electric patch for it. Look at that. Velcro, killer. Where's that code book at? No, not the pocket guide. There we go. This dirty van. All right. 250/66 first to start. Actually, there it is. The single rod pipe or plate electrode. Are you watching this, Paul? Mm-hmm. A single rod pipe or plate electrode shall be supplemental by an additional electrode. Here, look it up on your phone. 250.104A. Let's look. A1, A2, or A3. Metal water piping system installed in or attached to a building or structure shall be bonded in any of the following. Service equipment enclosure. Where's our other one? That's all the sizing of it. So it's that last charger I was telling you about. They want to move it another 30 feet over from where it's at. So it goes basically from the switchgear, like almost 250, 300 feet. And now they want to add even more. And they realize that once they add that extra, that it now changes the voltage drop, obviously. And that bumped it up from number 2s to number 1s. So what I'm saying is, you know, remember the pull can at the back of the warehouse?
Yeah, in the corner.
From that pull can, it's like 100 and something feet. So we can upsize the wire there to account for the voltage drop. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you don't have to do the voltage drop, the wire upsize from the beginning. You can do it at any point as long as you have the circular mills in the entire circuit and the calculation pans out, then you're good. So that'll save them tons of money. Landers Electric, Steven speaking. Got it. Yeah, so you're looking at, for that, as long as we don't have to move the panel, if SDG&E, do you know if the gas meter is right below it? Okay, perfect. Then 4,800. That includes the utility application for the SDG&E. That includes a brand new panel, breakers to match the existing ones, the city permit. Basically, everything that you need is included in that cost. And the only thing that's not included would be any drywall damage or any stucco repair. No, that's a great question. So What I'll do after we get off the phone is if you can text me your first and last name, the property address, and a good email for you, and then I will send over a quote. If you want to go with us, you can sign that quote on your phone or a computer, or you can print it out and take a picture and send it back to me. That just gives me authorization to move forward. Very nice to meet you. You have a great day. I wonder if I can use people's voices without asking them. I want to put phone calls that I have with customers into my videos, period. It does not show their phone number and it does not show their face or anything, period. It's just their voice. Am I okay to put those in the videos without their permission? Question mark.
Who are you asking?
ChatGPT. Nope, not in California. You got to get permission.
Where's do you know where those Victory guys are from?
I don't know. They do it all the time, don't they? I think they have permission with the people, or they ask them afterward. All right, where were we at? Here's A1. Metal water piping system installed in or attached to a building or structure shall be bonded to any of the following. 1. Service equipment enclosure. Grounded conductor at the service. Grounding electroconductor if of sufficient size. 1 or more grounding electrodes used if the grounding electroconductor or bonding jumper to the grounding electrode is of sufficient size. Here's where they're wrong. So 250-68C1, interior metal water piping that is electrically continuous with a metal underground water pipe electrode and is not located more than 5 feet from the point of entrance to the building shall be permitted to extend the connection to an electrode. Interior metal water piping located more than 5 feet from the point of entrance to the building shall not be used as a conductor to interconnect electrodes of the grounding electrode system. That's the 5-foot rule. We're not trying to use the water piping system as a grounding electrode conductor. That settles that. Metal water piping system installed in or attached to a building or structure shall be bonded to any of the following. That means any of these. Service equipment enclosure, grounded conductor at the service, grounding electrode conductor if of sufficient size. The points of attachment of the bonding jumper shall be accessible. It does not say anywhere that it has to be connected within 5 feet of the main water supply to the building. No. It can be bonded anywhere because we're not using it as a U for ground or a grounding electrode conductor. So we're good.
It's a bonding.
It's just a bond. Yeah. So we're good to go.
We can't disconnect that, right?
No, we can't disconnect it right now. So I'm gonna have to buy a different clamp for that one because we don't have one big enough for 2-aught. I'll let the inspector know what's going on with it and that we're gonna put it in when we do the upgrade. All right?
Just a little whip right there.
Yeah, so let's grab everything and let's go to the other side now. Get that side done, get that ground rod driven, and get 100%, okay? All right, let's do it.
You didn't bring the jackhammer?
We're gonna get it in without the jackhammer.
That's what you think.
All right, let's check out this side.
Yeah, you want to... So it's gonna be on here?
All right, so this is what you're gonna do. Break out that asphalt right there. Break out the dirt behind the conduits. And sleeve the seal tight back behind it. 90 it up. And that's how you're gonna make your connection.
Okay.
So come off the wall. Do like, I don't know, 90-90, and then go straight down into the seal tight and come back up.
Can't I even just go up right here and then bend it right there and bring it up?
Yeah, you could do it right there. So you don't have to break out all that asphalt right there. That's fine. Yeah, stop it like right where the asphalt is. And I would zip tie it to it so it doesn't move.
Okay.
Look at that, he's done. Very clean. So that's where we'll put the sweeps in with the utility company. And then we got to move all those conduits right there so we can bring the 2 sweeps up. I'm getting excited, dude.
Are we able to use that existing conduit?
The existing one?
That one?
I don't think it's deep enough. You see how it is?
Yeah, it looks like it's right there.
It's like right there, dude. And it's metal. They said no, we can't use rigid. So we have to replace it. So the first one will be like right here. Second one like right here, right next to it. And this right here is where the new panel's gonna go. As soon as we're done with the grounding, I want to get the actual panel and get marks on the wall exactly where the panel's gonna go. Here and here, and then measure out and put marks on the wall along the bottom exactly where each meter stack's gonna go. I want to see if we can get them to line up with the existing conduits that are already there. Otherwise, we're gonna have to put a gutter on the bottom and Polaris tap everything. As it is, we might still have to Polaris tap because it looks like all the breakers are down low. And on the new ones, they go up. So we're gonna have to do that. I called Angel and I ordered all the 4-inch stuff. as well as some mule tape because the utility wants us to put a mule tape in there, you know? All right, so Paul's ready. He's got that grounding done. Let me grab some earplugs and we got to get this ground rod in there. Let's go figure out what we got to do. That looks clean. We still have access to it for the future if anything ever happens to it, so we can pull in a new one. Looks super nice. Roll this thing up and out of the way. Pull it tight. Probably should have waited to rip the whole top off before, so that we have that protection, because most of these panels are NEMA 3R, but the main disco's not. And this pull can, it is, but it's upside down, so that doesn't help. All right, so where did you already check over here? There?
Here, there, here, and over here.
You checked all those spots already?
Yeah.
Where's our 6 feet?
Should be like right around here.
Pull it to you a little bit. Line it up with 6 feet.
Yeah, right here.
Right there. You already tried that?
Yeah. And then I tried out here too.
On the outside?
Yeah.
Well, I think for sure that corner right there,
The same thing.
it's gonna have, I mean, it shouldn't be that big of a footing because the 3 stories is up there. I mean, we still might have some footing there, but you went all the way in here, like all the way down.
A bit, yeah.
Let me try it for a second.
And oh, it hits, goes a little bit, and then boom.
And then it stops.
Right there, boom. Every single part here.
With the gloves and the safety glasses.
I got it stuck once.
You got it stuck?
Yeah.
It is no fun when it gets stuck, dude. Well, that's why our channel locks are all busted,
that's what
bro.
I was gonna say, because this thing.
Because it gets stuck and then we have to grab it, and that steel is way harder than the steel on the channel locks, dude.
It's like the only way
crazy.
to get it out, though.
I know. Where were you at, you said?
I was a little out because I tried to miss it.
Like right here?
Right there.
That's you right there? Who's calling me? Derek.
Hey, you called earlier.
Yeah, quick question. So the cold water, a whole bunch of guys on my YouTube channel are saying that the cold water has to be bonded at the main point of entry within 5 feet. But when we looked in the code, that's only if you're trying to use the cold water system as your grounding electroconductor, correct?
That is correct.
That's what I thought.
You're not in San Diego County, and our local jurisdictions here do not accept cold water as a grounding electrode.
Got it. Got it.
So, being it's not a grounding electrode, you're just bonding it, and it changes the code reference to a different
250-104 is what I found.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, I believe that's it. That sounds right.
And we can hit the bond anywhere. We don't have to dig, because we're talking about like 120 feet to go get to where the main entrance point is from the water service.
It just has to be bonded.
That's what I thought.
All you have to do is bond the cold water. You're not trying to use it as a grounding electrode, so therefore you can do it anywhere.
Got it. Okay, thank you, Derek.
Alrighty.
All right, we'll talk to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, let's keep going. If you notice, I'm only going a little bit at a time and then pulling it back to clear it out so it doesn't get stuck. Let me see that ground rod.
Yeah, right there.
Huh? Where's the writing at? Because they're going to want to see the writing. There it is right there. Phone ringing again? Landers Electric.
Hello, this is Jess from Your Verified Now.
Prank calls, dude. Bob's bait and tackle. All right, let's see about this. You got a ladder, right?
Yep.
Does not feel very promising. It felt like it was dirt.
Sounds like it's dirt.
Yeah, clear and level workspace. Did not bring the jackhammer today. We can go borrow their jackhammer if we need to.
He doesn't have the tip for that.
He doesn't?
Nah.
That's all right.
Cause I asked to, cause his was way lighter, and I was like on the top, and I was like, "Yo, could I use yours?" And he's like, "We don't have that."
All right, well, let's clear this out so we're not on top of rocks and everything. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
It's just bouncing,
Yeah,
dude.
jackhammer didn't.
Can you pull it out?
Me and Phil.
1, 2, 3. You know what? I'm gonna try and drill straight down instead of at a little bit of an angle and see if it clears whatever, like even maybe a little bit away, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get another battery ready. Dude, it's like I'm going through dirt right now. Bro.
That is deep.
Huh?
So deep, and it's still.
Something's smoking now down in there.
Could have been the bit.
Huh?
Oh yeah, that's some.
I mean, if the bit's having that much trouble, ready? 1, 2, 3. Clear out this dirt right here. Landers Electric, Steven speaking. Yeah, no, so I do all my own stuff, and I remember you calling. I'm not interested, but I appreciate it 100%. It's much easier. I have a scrapyard right next to me. I'm already set up with them, so if you could just take me off your list, that'd be great.
What was that for?
Do you have scrap? Because we scrap it and we can give you a better price than the supply houses. And I'm like, dude, no, you can't. Or maybe you can, but honestly, you guys are like car salesmen. Come on, baby, come on. Dude, this bit is garbage. I'm out of breath. Huh?
Yeah, it went down a lot.
Scaring me. No joke, dude. Oh. Right there. Leave it. So Paul's gonna finish landing that number 2 on the ground rod. I gotta head back up to the apartment one more time. We gotta do undercab lights for a different unit, and then one of the light fixtures on the exterior of the building's not working. If you haven't, subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. All right, let's get going. All right, you good?
Yep.
All right, hang on, let me turn off Victory Outdoor Services. Take the stud out of that tarp over there, make sure it goes down in case it rains, and then make sure you put the tarp down on that side over there too.
Okay.
You good?
Yep.
All right, so Paul actually finished up really quick, and he's already here. So we're gonna go walk this real quick. I guess someone else installed a switch and the exterior light's not working. So we're gonna go check it out, and then we gotta install these tape lights. These things right here. All right, what do we got?
They didn't put a hot.
What?
No hot wire.
They just didn't put a hot wire on it?
Yeah, they just put the switch there.
Oh my goodness, dude. Oh, wow. All right, well, let's do that real quick. So I have to run back down to San Diego.
Okay.
They need me to do a job walk for another one of those big panel upgrades, just like we're doing down there.
Dang.
So he's got a different project that we need to go walk real quick. So if you can fix that switch real quick. The box is up there at the top.
Uh-huh.
So these are the tapes, right?
Yep.
And then this is the driver, 120 volt to 24 volt DC, okay? Then we got our T-stat wire. It's just a black and a red in here. And it's gonna tie to the low side on the, it's basically a transformer is what it is. So get that hooked up above, and then open this up right here. And this is where all your connections are gonna be made up top.
Okay.
And then make sure that these are solid. And they gave us these little connectors right here.
Yeah, just screw them in.
Yeah, so just make sure your black and your red, you already know that, match up.
Cut them right here and then...
Yep, you cut them right in that spot right there.
And how would the next ones connect? Oh, the metal clamps on.
Yeah, it clamps on. Yep.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that you have a really good connection though. Once you cut it and you do the second side, you're gonna need to use one of these where this clamps on.
Yeah.
Right here, just like that. It's gonna clamp on that spot right there.
Okay.
And then your wires are gonna land on the other side.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Let me take a look at this.
Yeah, open that up real quick. So here's your low side. High side,
yeah.
Low side. Does it tell us what positive is? Or it might not matter.
Probably black to blue.
Oh no, positive is red. So red to red,
And
blue to black.
blue to black.
And then Scott was asking, because they want to do the trim out here, he was asking, how do I know which wires in the box are for what? The ones with the black and the white are going to be your receptacles. If you can go through, so that's a switch right there.
Yeah.
That one's a switch. Here's a receptacle in the middle, right, with its ground. And then here's another switch right here. I don't know if these are hot, so we got to be careful.
No, I turned everything off.
Everything's off right now? Okay. So switch, receptacle, switch. So if you can, in these big boxes like this, walk him through when he gets here and show him, okay, the ones without a white are gonna be switches and the ones with the white are gonna be the receptacles. Let's check out this other unit real quick. He said he's got the same issue here where he can't figure out like what is what. I think it's mostly that one. So figure out which one goes down. And then which one, I think the one on the left is gonna be the GFI right there.
Yeah, it looks like...
Oh, look at that. One of the commenters on the YouTube was like, why do you only get such ugly jobs? And I was like, that's why we have a job. Like, because we do remodeling all the time. Like, if we didn't do remodeling, I wouldn't have a job. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, look. That looks pretty clean, dude. I like that. I mean, for what it is, without having to rip open all the walls and rerun all the wire.
Oh, they put the fans up?
They got the fans up. Okay, that looks good. We need a plate cover on that box right there. And then we already ran the mini split circuit, so that's good. You got this. Look at that. Nice water treatment plant right there. Water's coming right out of that spout. That's disgusting, dude. Paul, have you ever seen this before?
Yeah.
Where do you think the water pumps after this?
Who knows?
In your faucet. I'm just kidding. Better not, dude. That's nasty, dude. All right, you good?
Yep.
All right, bro. I will, I'll see you Monday.